Am I the asshole for spending my life savings, $7,200, on an ass job plastic surgery when my daughter needed brand new school supplies? 33-year-old here for reference. Last year, my longtime boyfriend dumped me. We have a 7-year-old child together, and I began making the circuit on the bar scene. I had some casual hookups, but no one who seemed like marriage material seemed to be too interested, and I was also striking out on all the dating apps. After months of this, I began to grow disheartened and lose confidence, which is when I started to research augmenting my buttocks. I'm not a supermodel or anything, but I would like to think I'm decently attractive. However, my backside has always been the part of my body I am most self conscious about. I had a consultation with a doctor where we went over the operation, and I decided to have a BBL as well as 1100cc implants placed overinflated to 1150, which is a standard industry practice for those who don't know. The final cost for everything included was to be about $7,200, which was all the funds in my savings, plus dipping into my checking for a few hundred, which isn't a huge deal for me. I had to make some spending adjustments, cancel a few subscriptions, and overall be a lot more financially cautious, but my daughter wouldn't go hungry or without heat. The surgery went off without a hitch, and I received the augmentation. Fast forward about 6 weeks, and I am still healing, but mostly healed. Last week, my daughter came home from school with a note from her teacher saying that her class is collecting school supplies such as markers, glue sticks, tissues, etc. There was a laundry list of supplies of about 20 items. I did the math, and the supplies would come out to around $65. The note said each student was required to bring these supplies, and which really didn't sit right with me, especially because I bought most of these supplies for my daughter at the start of the year. I understand the concept of community supplies or donating for kids in financially difficult situations, but the requirement just really ticked me the wrong way. I told my daughter that we couldn't afford that this month and that I would talk to her teacher about it. I made sure to make it clear that my daughter wouldn't get in trouble for this and that I would handle it with her teacher. And yes, spending this extra $65 would place significant financial burden on us for this month's food budget. Fast forward to yesterday, and Grandma, my mom, comes over and is watching my daughter while I get some chores done. I have fallen a bit behind on chores from resting up from the operation. My mom said she was taking my daughter to the store, and I said that was fine. They came back an hour later with 2 bags full of school supplies and my daughter wearing a brand new backpack. I was understandably a bit angry and confused and privately talked to my mom in the other room. For background, I always give my mom my debit card when she goes to the store to buy groceries for my house because she is on a tight budget and can only maintain herself. I figured she was going to the store to buy food for my daughter for the rest of the week, which she does often, which is why I didn't think anything of it. Turns out my mom saw the note from school and took my daughter out to get the items using my card. I explained to my mom that I told my daughter that we couldn't afford to contribute to the supplies. My mom said that my daughter told her about what I said, but she decided to take her out anyways. She said it was ridiculous that I spent so much money on my augmentation and that it wasn't fair to send my daughter to school as the only one without contributing supplies. She also said my daughter's been using the same backpack for over 3 years, and it's stained and torn, and I should be ashamed for not buying her a new one. I was honestly pretty pissed at her accusations and told her that how I spend my savings is none of her business. I told her that my daughter had her own perfectly good school supplies and that a 7-year-old doesn't need a brand new backpack every year or two, especially because I know she is going to get it dirty with goldfish dust and dirt at school. Her backpack was fine and just had some normal wear and tear. My mom told me I needed to get my priorities straight and that I'm not setting a good example as a mother. I told her that the money is already spent and we are already committed to a tighter budget for the next month, but that my daughter wouldn't want for anything and that our budget is absolutely none of her business. I've been thinking about this all day and I'm getting more flustered and angry the more I think. So am I the a-hole or is my mom overreacting and getting involved in something that's not her business? I just wish we had some some of OP's thought process because I mean, what is she thinking? She's gonna spend her whole savings on the BBL and now it's like, have no fear, the BBL is here. It will save you and bring you to greater heights in your life. Like, no, bruh. Like, and she did it because she wasn't having any luck dating, bro. It's like, maybe you should focus on yourself instead of the BBL, bro. Oh my. Maybe she should focus on things she can change as opposed to things she can't. And now I just feel bad for this child. Although, I just have this weird feeling that not everything on Reddit is real and that this might be fake. Because whenever I read the comments, someone would just like be like, "Oh yeah, you're the asshole," easily, and then she'd be like, "Bah, kiss my 1100 cc's." Like, bruh, what? She really thinks the BBL is gonna save her, bruh. Update: 27 days later. So it's been a month since I last posted. Thank you all for your replies to my last post. Despite the many toxic commenters and miserable people spewing viral hate, There was some constructive comments, and I want to thank the commenters for that. The feedback as well as some talks with my mother have given me a lot to think about, and I have come to the conclusion that the operation was a selfish mistake and I regret it. I'm up late at night imagining how my daughter will view this incident once she gets a little older and the things she will think. My implants will serve as a constant reminder to my daughter of the mistakes I made. They will also be a reminder to myself of my guilt and my mistakes. That is why I have decided to remove them. I had spoken to a doctor about the costs and risks associated with the removal procedure once I was sure it was the right decision. It was explained to me that for the removal to be as safe and successful as it can possibly be, the statues have to completely heal before he can go back in and remove the implants. This will minimize scarring as well as a risk of infection or similar complications following the procedure. The cost will be in the ballpark of $4,500, including anesthesia and all. I paid a deposit for the operation on a credit card, knowing full well that I would have no problem making the payments and paying it off. My implants have fully healed and all but fully dropped, and I am scheduled to receive the operation in 2 weeks. In this time of reflection, I have also been dating a wonderful man who loves me, implants or not, and we are approaching our 1 month anniversary. I have had some discussions with my daughter following my last post and explained to her how much I love her and that nothing is more important to me than her. My relationship with my mom is still a little rocky, but I think she is just happy I am getting the implants removed. She is set to drive me to my operation and has not made any more hateful comments since I told her of my decision to get them removed. I am hoping to repair this relationship as time goes on. My daughter is young enough that she won't remember this episode, and it will hopefully be nothing more than a bad memory for me for a few months down the line. Thank you to those who took the time to read and be constructive, not hasteful. Have a nice week. Well, that $4,500 implant removal is going to cost about probably 8 grand for her because the chances she does something stupid with her money and then doesn't have enough to pay off the credit card, it accumulates interest and now she's low key cooked and has to spend like double the amount is pretty high in my opinion. I mean, judging from what I just read, she almost seems bipolar. I mean, it went from kiss my 30 kiss my 1100 cc's ass to oh wait, you guys are all right. Oh, I messed up. Oh no, I should fix it. My mom was right. Like what? Like I like how self-absorbed do you have to be to not understand that taking all your savings, getting a BBL so that you can improve your dating life, which has only been in a dry streak for like a year, which isn't even that bad, right? I mean, I don't think that's that bad. I mean, I don't know. Is that bad? I mean, she just got out of a relationship with her long-term boyfriend, so maybe she just like is looking for someone to fill that void. I'm not sure. Anyways, I don't know. Apparently she got lucky because she has a month-long relationship with this other dude now, which if the post was made 27 days after the original, means that she had been dating him already. So what was the point of making the post about getting the BBL if the man that you were already with? Oh, I don't know. I really don't know anymore. Let me know what you all think in the comments below because I clearly can't think of anything. And I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.